We're in this Discord. Good morning. What we got going on here? There we go. It's up on the daily. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Throw the gym up here. Boom, boom. There we go. Looking good right there. Got this on daily. Take a peek at the dollar real quick. Interesting. Below the RML. There we go. What are we looking at here? 106.136. Got it. Let me see. Let's go to Dixie on the daily. Yeah, this has been just riding a power mean band here on the daily. Once again, setting up some hidden bull, as it does. Another stab. Let's see. Played out a few days ago, right? Got another one possibly getting ready to play out. What are we doing here? Do this 4 hour real quick. Get a little read on Dixie here. Yeah, I got some bull div on the 4 hour UPM. Not going to populate, huh? First chart, really? There we go. I'll trick you.
2 hours later.
Go back to the 4 hour here. There we go. Oh, that got the dogs excited. UPM. Shit, I keep forgetting to load up the UPM light. I'm checking it out. Kind of been busy. Let's see here. There we go. So, 4 hour, interesting.
Say hello to my little friend.
A wave trend down here at 106.45 area. It's testing a 33 log MA right now. Was yesterday as well. Actually closed that 4 hour candle below. Got a nice little pop though. Oh, Dixie. Let's back down. Yeah, I'm telling you, this thing's got some bull div. Z-scores are up. Returns oscillator is up. Contracting negatively correlated on the low length. Volatility read here. Let's see though. We are, wow. So the 981 is contracting positive. 2400, boy, it's starting to roll over. Yeah, we're getting a nice doji here. That's why. The volatility is why we're getting the doji. We'll get that twisted. Okay, since the 4, let's check this 90 minute here. This dollar party almost over for a bit. Well, we got the 90 minutes starting to flip around. That's for damn sure. Definitely dollar's going to want to get up above this wave trend. Wave trend's crossing down Fisher as we speak, too. Boy, it's going to be tough for the dollar. See, it came up. Definitely tested this.
Projecting off that weekly and that daily range. Like, perfect.
Yeah. Looked at it. You see here. We got, oh yeah, I already did a 1 SD move to the downside. Scale this down a little bit. Yep, there's that. Yeah, here's the weekly range down here, 106.177. That makes a lot of sense. 6.177. Is that on the daily? Hold on here. Perfect. So we got the 30 length RMLR down there too, right at it. Yep, it's the 30. And it's at 106.161. 106.161. That is the weekly range. Pretty much. A little bit below it.
Yep.
But yeah, overall, it's right there. Let's see here. Yeah, it's literally 95 for Laplace. 157. Second standard deviations at 148. So is this bad boy heading down here? There we go. Let's see. So there was the daily. Where was I on? 90. Let's check this 90 again. 106.489. Go back to this 4 hour one more time. Two hours later. Good Lord. Come on, man. There we go. Yeah, wave trend on the 4 hours at 444. Let me see, 407. Yeah, it's kind of like right in this area right here. Right, actually, it's right above reverse Fisher on the 4 hour. See, it's 45 minutes. Yeah, gold is in some trouble. Gold's in trouble.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, happens. Bitcoin, strong like bull. Strong like bull, that Bitcoin. If I could ever get this UPM on the 45 minute, boy, these workflows. Thank God it doesn't go this long when I'm actually trading. Boy, I'd be in trouble, wouldn't I? Be in big trouble. Yeah, man. This is all flipping. Let's see here. Here's the 33. It's all random. Random. Trend on the 33 was to the downside on the dollar. Indeed. Yesterday, early in the morning. Good morning. Yeah, this is all over the place.
Yeah.
All right.
Good afternoon.
Good evening, wherever you're at in this world. We are all around it. That is for sure. On it, around it, wherever the hell we live. Who knows?
Right.
Shoot me in a rocket. Send me somewhere so I can see it. Let's see. Well, I mean, the 15 minutes trying to flip back bullish, but boy, this is brutal. It depends. You stay up here. This wave trend crosses up Fisher. This dollar's been wreaking havoc on the markets too, man. Let me see here. All right, that's enough of that. First, let's pop gold up here. Pop gold up on the VRE. Man, this thing just can't get a breath. Can't get a breath. So you run up. First resistance level on the daily volatility range. Red line right there. Couldn't close a candle above it. Closed some above the 1 SD. But man, boy, when that thing hit that resistance level, the bears were just waiting right down to the weekly support level. Right down to the weekly support level, which is that the... I think it's the first. Yeah. First support level on the weekly. Send it back down there. Now we're looking at the bottom side of the 68.3 Laplace distribution range daily. Closing some candles below it here. Trying to find support on it is finding support. That's what it's all about. First support level is this green line. So we've already tapped the first resistance level and the first support level on the daily volatility range. Is this going to be the range for today? We'll find out, man. Dixie starts moving back to the top side without going down to that lower number, which that's half a point, man. That's a big move for Dixie. I don't know if it's going to do it today. It's definitely starting to look like it's wanting to go down there, though. Got a monthly support level. Scale this one more time. That is the second. So we're below the first weekly, above the second on the monthly. So I'm going to run a 95 for Laplace. Let me see here. Yesterday, and gold's just, in a tight little range here under 1830. Yesterday was real tight, 1817 to 1830. Tell you what, man, if Dixie gets some strength today, this thing is you're probably going to see another 95 for Laplace move. Down around 1800 for gold. Down around 1800. Gold's leading the way. Usually silver has been lately. Copper is, to be honest. Copper's what, 3.57? Yeah, you got silver still under 21. I don't know if silver's going to break 20. Dixie'd really have to move. Gold, on the other hand, boy, this thing is weak right now. Real weak. Let's go over here. Throw this on gold. 15 minute? No, we're getting a new daily here. Let's check it. Boy, that just looks brutal. Oh, gold. Jesus. That's just brutal. Still trending on the daily to the downside. Let me see. Turn this PB on. You are below the 99.7 Laplace distribution range. Third wick to reject off of it. Boy, that is not good. Even though this projection, there's a 95.4% chance gold's back up here like 1880 area. It's going to be tough. Really going to be tough. But by the time, this daily close, you're going to have when this daily closes, this power mean band is going to start to break down through there. Ooh, not good. Not freaking good. And good Lord, man, this thing is just setting up hidden bear. Just setting up hidden bear. You got lower lows here. No bull div at all. Yeah, in fact, from the top here, right, we had this little point right up under the zero mean. Setting up some pretty strong hidden bear. Now, if we're talking about back here, I don't know. But look at the returns, man. Returns heading up. Returns cross the zero mean. I mean, you can look at this as right as some divergence, but no, data set is just not responding at all. In fact, that even leads me to believe more gold's in trouble, man. If this thing's setting up hidden bear, if it's not following, and look, it's even positively correlated. We're getting these wicks up into the bottom side of that 90 or 99.7 projection, but sellers aren't having anything to do with it. They're just pounding it. Pound, 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 pound. Let's look at this 4 hour. Good Lord, man. Turn off this PB. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. Not a big lover of the gold anyway, but still, hate to see it get beat up so bad. Man, oh man. Well, you tried. You made an attempt to get back up here to run at this reverse wave trend. It's at 1855. Spilled right back over. Now you got everything down, man. Everything down. Good Lord, no div. This thing is clean too. You go way back here, setting up a little bit of bull div. If it bounces right here, you're going to have some. 30 length Z score. You can see, man, I'm trying. I'm trying for you, gold bugs. I'm not finding much. I am not finding much. Finally coming out of a random walk, though. Coming out of a random walk to prediction models of the downside. Look at the volatility. All the volatility is expanding. But you got the 2400 read. It's positively correlated, right? That's why this thing's pulling back up off what? This 4 hour candle. Look at the 4 hour. 95.4 Laplace. We can go right over here and see it. That's it right there. A little blue line. That little blue line right there is the 95, or the, second standard deviation. Normal distribution. Is that correct? Wait a minute, man. Go back over here. Got 4 hour. Close did that get? Yeah, it did. It went down there and tapped the 95.4. Go back over here now. Where you at? 1811. Yeah, 1812. It got within a buck. That's it right there. That's it right there. All right. Not bad. A little more ways to go. Depends. You got the second support level on the monthly volatility range right here. And where was the bottom of that range at? We did this already. Was that it down there? I think so. Yeah, 1775. Pretty sure that's it. No, there's another. That's right. Oh, man. 1700. Well, you hit 1700 this month. You're going to have some gold bugs freaking. But they told me it was a good investment. So was Bitcoin. Not financial advice. That's what I'm putting those are the eggs in my basket, though. Don't hold a stock portfolio. Use the traditional markets. Use my brokerage account to fund my Bitcoin. That's right. Not a better way to do it. Take all that dirty money and turn it into digital cash. Big time. Yeah, Tony, man. Gold's looking ugly, brother. Let's see here. You run back down to these 95.4% probability ranges again. You're at 1800 today. We were calling for like mid 1850s. It broke that range though real quick. The selling is real. The selling is real. Okay, so it's a 4 hour. Trying to find some hope going down through here. Let's look at the 90 minute. Lower low, man. Lower low. Little bit right here at the end on the 90 minute. Getting some bull div, but it's negatively correlated, trending to the downside still. So, boy, when you see something like that, thing is what you want to see here, pull up off these tight bands, prediction model flip, right? Start to move off in a random walk and then go into trend to the top side. But look how close you are in the 90 minute to the wave trend that just got tested a little while ago. Close enough anyway. Man, oh man, oh man. Gold's going to have to, on these lower time frames, gold's going to have to, starting at the 90 minute before the 4 hour, right? 1829. Got to get back up above here. Could be a minute though. The crosses are powerful, man. They act like a magnet for sure. You see the 45. Everything's just, even on low time frames, you're trending to the downside. I'm going to be honest right now. I have not seen gold this week. Ever. Maybe. I mean, just the reads I'm getting on these charts. It's pretty weak, man. It's not good. If you're holding gold, all right. Well, there's something to hold your hat on. Send some wicks into the reverse fissure. Wave trend's up above it. You got to get above the wave trend now. 1823. You guys, 8 points. Gold, you got it in you? I don't know. I'm trying to find a time frame where this thing's above the reverse wave trend, and let's see on the 33. Yeah, boy, all that volatility was negative. That's just a nasty 33-minute candle. That thing closed below the 99.7 Laplace distribution range. That doesn't happen often. Come on. Come on, UPM. There you go. So, I mean, this 33-minute candle dumped from reverse wave trend all the way to reverse fissure. Now it's picking it back up. That's why we use this. This is the way I use it for this specific reason. The 99 log MA and reverse fissure is always good bottoms and tops. You can close candles below them. But yeah, the farther you get away, you can see how this works. All right. You get it up in here tight, you definitely can drop below. But you get below everything, be looking for the div. Be looking for the div. Let me see here. What's that, 33 minute? What frame was that? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it was on Z-score for sure. Not returns oscillator. That's what I'm saying too. When I'm seeing these returns oscillators, not setting up any bull div, oh God, man, it's just tough. That's just tough. It's trying right now, but you're in that range. You could probably use that as a nice range on the 33 minute. That way, that with a reverse wave trend, reverse fissure. We got here. Come on, 15 minute. Yeah, I'm going to load it. If I have time today, I hope. I'm going to load up that UPM light. Check it out. I've got that other chart loaded up. Check that out. The velocity, acceleration, the buy and sell pressure, all that stuff. Take a peeky poo. Man, this thing is just destroyed. God, this is a 15 minute. Rejecting off wave trend. Yeah, these bears are vicious right now in gold. I mean, I keep trying to find close wave trends. It's about the same as the 33. I think it was 23. This is 1822. I did see, though, that I did just, yeah, the prediction model. Prediction model's flipped in these low time frames. Let's see where this thing's at. I'm thinking we're going to see the same stuff. Rejections. Nice little sell-off. Hey, what do they say? Buy the dip. But it keeps dipping. Yeah, it does. Man, these charts just all look alike. God. Now I can see on these low time frames coming up, I mean 1821 now. You can see like 9 minute, 15 minute, 33 minute. They're all right around the low 20s. 1821, 1822, 1823. That wouldn't shock me. You got the 9 log MA though at about 1820. Bottom side of the power mean band about 1819 and a half. Like I said, even on the 9 minute, right? You were trending to the downside. You come out of trend, prediction model flips, and let's see. Volatility's falling. Low length has fallen off a cliff too. Which time's left in this? 6 minutes? Excuse me, hiccups. Lower lows. Lower lows, even on the 9 minute. Setting up hidden bear. If I was going to put up a poster child for weakness, I would use gold. There's no doubt about it. Put gold on a milk carton. Put out an amber alert. I guess I can't say silver alert. Well, put a silver alert out for silver. Put an amber alert out for gold because they're both in trouble. Especially if gold can't crack all these wave trends on these low time frames. I mean, you're setting up hidden bear on the Z score too. Let's go to the 6 minute. Goodness gracious, gold. Yikes. You see you had a little, I mean, it's just a tiny bit of bull div. This is all you're getting out of it on a 6 minute time frame. I mean, this thing could pop. Let's see, UPM. Come on, baby. 6 minute, really? Populate that for me. Let's see. Variances rising, positively correlated. There you go. All the way down in the 6 minute. Starting to go back into a random walk, positively correlated. It's starting to rise. This thing. P-Funk's in the house. I hear the train. I hear the 922.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
No, it's all good. Dude, I literally had a train in my backyard too. The house I sold here a long time ago.
There's two crossings within 100 yards. It goes on an angle and crosses two major streets. I'm 150 yards from about each of them. Yeah, so it has to blow the horn 4 times at each one.
Oh, it's not the dude. I love trains, man.
So I get eight horns each way.
Yeah.
How many trains in a day?
Probably an average 15.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Well, wow. Some days it's 40.
Yeah. I used to get a lot too. The line that was running behind my house went straight. It was the Kentucky line. It was down in the Kentucky. I forget what they were. A lot of coal carts and shit. Man, it was wild.
Mm-hmm. Crazy, man.
Yeah, but it was nonstop all day long. You get used to it though, right? You don't even hear.
No, you do. If I had my door shut, I had my back door open because the cats are outside. But if I had my back door shut, you wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just because I have the back door up. I'm, but it's still warmer. Today's the last one day.
We'll do that just to remind some of the posh people of Michigan that there are still other modes of transportation besides cars.
Yeah. Other modes of transportation.
I told you, Ann Arbor, man, it's rated the #1 busing system in the United States.
That's right.
There you go, man. And Detroit's probably rated the worst.
Yeah.
There you go.
Invert the scale, man. Invert the scale, and Detroit's doing fine.
Yeah, I'm glad to see
it. Got it on both sides, man.
Bitcoin's strong, man. Bitcoin, I'm telling you.
Yes, it is.
We got everybody just hopping down on.
Whoa! Wait a minute, how did this thing just come out of?
Yeah, man.
29.
And Dixie's actually, Dixie had a little pump too. I'm telling you, man, the dollar and Bitcoin are correlated. Gold is very negative. All the metals are very negatively correlated, except, you know what? I wouldn't be a bit surprised, especially in this day and age of all the madness in the world. I bet the only metal the dollar's correlated with is lead. Lots of lead.
Wow, oil fell out of bed. I didn't realize oil came back.
Yeah, oil too, man.
Dude, it was $91 the other day.
Yeah, it's peeled off a few points.
Wow.
What's it down to now? I didn't even look. Let me see here.
Dude, it's down to 82.
Oh, Jesus.
I know. I don't know what happened.
The Dixie fall with the dollar. Dixie fall.
Not like that.
Let's check.
Yeah.
I think
so oil.
My theory on Bitcoin is people are just looking for an alternative because the stock market isn't looking healthy, and everybody thinks that the dollar's kind of a joke anyways because Washington is just going to print more money, right? So inflation and all that good stuff. So they're probably just looking for an alternative, right? So.
Oh yeah.
So even though Dixie's not really correlated to Bitcoin, right? Or they're not really correlated. They're just alternatives.
Really? Let's see.
My non-theory is that the VEPS told us that 5 candles ago literally there was another intersect of the power mean and the 30 power mean and the 1110 RMOR. And thus you had a probable movement between the 0 and 4 candle out, and exactly on the 0 candle and the 1 candle, and again on the 4, you had nice movement. What a surprise to those who don't know how to read the VEPS, but to those of us who do, not a surprise at all.
No.
So real quick, yesterday I was trading the SPY contracts yesterday, 0Ds.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if you guys trade them in the last half hour because that's where the nuttiness happens. So I bought one contract at the 425 at 2 cents, and they went to 70. Dude, that's like a 25x. Think about it. There's actually like a 30x. You know what I mean? I was thinking, I think that's the first time I've ever had a 30x.
Well done, dude. Well done.
It turned $2 into 60 or whatever, or 90 or whatever it was. I couldn't believe it.
Sweet.
Pizza party. Let's go, baby.
It was just one contract. Imagine if you had bought imagine if you buy 100 or 500 contracts at 2 cents. I mean, you're talking $100. It's nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a big. We should hop on. We should come on at 3:15, guys, for a couple days.
So
I know what they'll do.
Dixie,
Show.
Dixie and Bitcoin have been correlated since September 5th.
Oh, sorry for the
No, you're
replay.
fine.
It's only on the macro though, right? So if you look at it right now, right, Dixie is actually kind of pulling back where Bitcoin is running up. So
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, you gotta.
Been trend on a 9-minute, man. Bitcoin.
4 hours starting.
There's that famous saying, Bobo, of ice cream at the beach. Just because there's an increase in sales of ice cream at the beach doesn't mean that there's going to be an increase of shark attacks at the beach. So it's like a balance of, are we correlating the right thing, and then are we correlating it on a time scale that best matches our own personal interpretation of it.
What time is it? 8:28. Oh shit. Hold on.
By the way, hey, listen, African, they rallied at 10 points from when we were talking.
Why is this over?
It did its thing, huh?
Yeah, it did its thing, bro.
So that thing hit the DLPs yet and hit that VRE red line.
Well, it hit the center, it ripped right through the upper red, and now it's up, and now I got three orange dots, and the green's way above all the.
So there's no more data set near that thing, and prices above the VRE.
Yeah.
Interesting. So then you'll look for a hidden bull div above the VRE, as we previously explained. So that pullback in, you'll see the white one go into the negative phase, and then the bounce will cause the white one in the negative phase to cross positive again. That's what you're sort of looking for to get up and out of here. If not, it's going to fail below and then just continue down. If it next candle prints and closes below that VRE.
Cool, gotcha. So what do we got going on? Market opens in how long? 1 minute. Sorry, guys. SPY. Let's get SPY up. Yeah, these 0D, man, these things are insane.
SPY might fly here right at the open too, because
I think
he like literally just took a big dip.
Well, the pre-market's at 420, 438. It's NASDAQ was leading it because the NASDAQ futures, everything sold off at 8 o'clock. NASDAQ led it. You know what I want to get through the day. Hey, let me ask you guys. Do you guys use the close of yesterday? Like, do you use the settlement prices? You mark that. You guys mark settlement prices from the day before? Or no.
No.
No. Okay. I've started marking the daily settlement on the MES, and I notice it seems to respect it a lot. So I'm just curious if you guys do.
It would make sense, Bunker, because it's like the end of a data point.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a gap in between it and you mark it, I personally agree it has some significance. But if there's no gap in between that data, like it just prints, there's no weekend, it opens up the same price as where it closed, and then it carries on, then everything's in sequence, nothing's undone. Your data set is still true. As soon as there's the gap in it, then maybe if you mark the top and the bottom, That's the skew. So as big as the gap is, you measure it, and you know your standard of error, and for the next however long your look back period is, your standard of error is whatever that percentage is of the gap. It's how long your tools are until let's say your look back is 10 and 10 1 minute candles are printed, then that's factored out.
Got it.
There we go.
Cool, right?
Gold
Yep, cool, very cool.
these.
So yeah, dollar's dumping.
Gold is hitting all those low time frame wave trends right now. We're getting close. 1819.
427.
Interesting. Interesting. Let's see Dixie here real quick. Yeah, there's Dixie. Projecting off the daily range. Where is... Get up here. Let's see. Already tested that 1SD. Is it going to break the 1SD? I don't know. Boy, if it does, I'm telling you, man, if it breaks this 1SD, we got the weekly down here, 106.1. We already talked about this. First thing we talked about, pretty much. The SPY. Let's see here. Top side. What is that for?
It might be rare, but I think today might be the day that Dixie has almost a 2SD move to the downside. It's just a tap of the power mean. It's just a tap of power mean, and then just collect itself and go back up.
Just tap that supply, baby. Which time frame?
I think it's the daily. I don't know. I was shuffling through a lot of them, and volatility kind of corresponded to that, right? On I think the 4 hour.
Okay. Are you typing in 24H or 1D to look at the daily time frame?
I kind of look at them both, and I also have HD or 8H too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I turn on the extended hours, right? Because you'll capture a couple more data points.
Yeah, stuff to look at in your data set. Yeah.
I really like the way we merged those two. It was very cool. I'm serious, but that's basically what Swiss is, if I'm not mistaken.
Pretty much. It's like I use all the tools you guys use. My brain can't comprehend how Bobo looks at the 3 PCs he has, and then like them all on the one screen. My brain can't do that. Other people's can, so I just look at it as like 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, but they all read as a system.
Are you sure it's 1 2?
1 2 1 2. It's coming for your bags, bro.
Yeah. All right, what are you thinking here, Bill? Well, what are you on these spies, man? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it is what I'm seeing. Dixie looks like it's going to run down and test that weekly. If that the SPY is going to test its weekly.
See, that's exactly. I was looking at the 427s. They're trading around 45 cents right now.
Yeah, they weren't that bad.
And if you go to the second, would be 428. It's even cheaper. The 428s are a quarter.
Yeah.
It just feels like it wants to go.
Yeah. And you got the what is that, second resistance level on the daily. It's up there at the 428.
Yeah.
1SD is right at the weekly range. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, what does thing do? Boo! Coinbase doing nothing. Coinbase. What we got here? Let's see. And it's dark outside. We're supposed to get rain today.
Yeah, here too. It's the last warm day today.
The natural gas almost back up at 60. Yeah, I mean, the last few days, man, it was like, hell, at least, like Monday, Tuesday, it was like 88, 89. I was like, come on, man. I'm done with summer. Summer went quick. Jesus. Summer went quick.
That's what happens when you get young, bro.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
When lift $9, bro? When lift $9? We're coming there because this thing lift otherwise FT.
No, man. When that thing dips under 10, it just can magically bounces. It's pretty powerful under 10
Got that
bucks.
positive lift on it. Eh?
Yeah.
What are we talking about? I'm sorry.
He's talking about lift.
Lift.
Right?
The stock.
Oh, the stock. Oh, okay.
What are we doing?
Futures are ripping now.
Yeah. Yields are down.
Yeah, 427.
I really want to buy some of those bonds. I feel like someone my age, under 30, like these are prices. I don't know if I go look back on the chart. I was like 5 years old when it was here. You know,
They haven't been in 18 years, or the highest prices they've been in 18 years, man.
yeah, it's about 7-8 years.
And then there's that you see the news I printed about that banks. Yeah, that's the same thing. All these banks now in England, they're having banks fail because they're holding on all that crap at 2% or 1%. So every time they uptick, those bonds become less valuable. It hurts their books.
Okay.
You get it?
Somewhat.
Okay.
Somewhat. Wait. So price bond go up. Hurt bank.
No, if the yield goes up, price goes down. Especially on the bonds that you're holding at lower prices. So they're losing their ass on all those bonds that they might be holding at between 0% and 3%. Because nobody wants them.
Okay.
Yeah. Good luck finding.
Yeah, why would you want it when you go get a 4 3/4 bond? You know what I mean?
So it becomes more expensive to have a stable return on your money, but you get less interest. That's what that is?
Oh no, I'm not smart enough to think about it like that. I just know that all the banks that sold those bonds, that are holding on to the bonds that they did between 0.5%, 3%, they lost their ass on them because the value of them had literally been almost cut in half.
Okay, understood.
Look at it this way. Just look at it in very simple terms, right? So if you got a bond and you got two sets of bonds, right? One is selling for 7%, one selling for 3%.
Right.
Your money is best served on the 7% than 3%. So therefore, the demand for 3% drops, so nobody wants it.
Exactly. That's it. Exactly.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you, Earth.
But that's what it means. So the problem is all these banks are holding on to these bonds and they're getting their asses handed to them because nobody wants them. I think I'm saying that right. Another train.
You are saying that, right? There are basically a couple of ways to make money on bonds, right? One is to hold them until they're mature or the maturity date is reached, and you collect the interest payments. The other way is to obviously sell them when you're in a higher position when you're paid. Buy low, sell high.
So everyone's selling because they're in a higher position.
Well, look at the bank in England right now, Metro Bank, that note I posted earlier. The shares of that bank have gone from 120 to 30 in about 2 weeks.
Wow.
It's one of England's biggest banks.
That's amazing. What's the ticker? Do you know?
It's called Metro Bank.
Bonds are kind of like reverse option fed to you by the government, right? You have like a target date that's in the future, and the government promises to pay you X amount if you're willing to hold them for that amount of time.
NTRO.
Is this the same government that's 33 trillion in debt?
It's all governments that sell bonds, including that one.
I'm just, man.
You saw that yesterday. It took 2 weeks to go up 444 billion, right? So does that mean $1 trillion a month? I mean,
depends on the month.
Well, but you know what I'm saying. I mean,
maybe hurricane, maybe not.
I'm telling you, this market's in trouble because of this right now. That's what I think. I think this market's in big trouble because the Congress can't act until they get a leader. So now it's a week away, and if not more, and they're wasting their fucking time doing this. And now,
technically, Congress has a speaker at all times, right? Right now, they have a speaker pro temp.
Right, but they can't do any legislation under that. That's what they were saying last night on the news.
Well, they can't, but they can. They just choose not to because of decorum and all these other ridiculous protocols that are put in place to maintain stability or whatever, the status quo. They technically, I mean, sure they could. If there was no House Speaker for a long time that's selected by the vote, they could just have the temporary House Speaker be the House Speaker and issue, and do legislation under that person. There's nothing that bans that person from, overseeing the House during legislation.
I feel like this happened 2 years ago or something. Like I'm having
No. It has never been the case that a Speaker of the House has been voted out.
Yeah, this is
by
never
the House.
I mean, they've been replaced, but not voted out.
Right, but no, there's never been voted out. There's never been a vote to vacate the seat in the 200 whatever years of American democracy.
Yeah.
And but the reason that it happened was it was a political deal that in order to get that seat in the first place, he had to accept the fact that he could be ousted by one person demanding a vote to oust him, which has never been the case before. You always had to have a majority of the ruling, or a majority of the House had to agree to put forward a vote before they could even have a vote. So that's why it never happened before. And then he agreed to it, and then he was Speaker of the House less time than most women are pregnant.
So now they're saying that when the new Speaker of the House gets voted in, that's the first thing they're going to take away. They don't want that bill to happen.
The new Speaker of the House probably won't even be voted in until they get rid of that, because it's ridiculous to have one person be able to vacate, to be able to initiate the whole vacate motion.
And that guy's a piece of shit too. That Getz guy, he's a piece of shit. So
well, here's the thing. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter what my politics are. But here's the thing. In some ways, he's not wrong that it is a joke to have the entire budget be dangling on one bill. Now, I don't like his policies or whatever. It doesn't matter. My opinion is irrelevant. But it is ridiculous to have the entire budget of the entire Congress be basically dangling on one bill. Why don't they break it up? Why should every single thing? I mean, what that ends up happening, what ends up happening is tons of pork belly, right? Tons of pork. That's where all that stuff gets lumped in. Oh, we're going to, fund education. Therefore, we should fund the people who make ceiling fans, and we should also fund the people who make extra large rubber wheels for whatever government program. I mean, it's just, you get so much pork when you have these large bills, because it's like, oh, what's another 100 million? What's another 100? What's another 10 billion? It's a $2 trillion budget. Why do we care if it's, another $2.5 billion added on here or there? Like, it's small potatoes, so we'll ignore it. And that's how you get pork. Whereas if you have smaller bills, and that's what a lot of them claim they want, is smaller government, then you have less pork. But of course, they don't actually want smaller bills. They like getting money from their corporate donor owners. So that's who they all bow down to.
They needed to get rid of him. That dude's bought and paid for. I'm glad he's gone. They're all bought. They're all bought. They're all
owned, man. There's not one suit in Congress that isn't owned by some donor owner. Not one.
Yeah,
and
it's a joke.
Matt Gaetz, actually, weirdly enough, does not accept corporate donations, but he's still owned. Don't think for a minute that he's not. Like, he's a trust fund kid all the way. He's owned by Daddy. And but to his credit, and I don't like the guy, and I think he's disgusting, but it doesn't matter, again, what I think. But to his credit, he does not take corporate donations. And, hey, I'm fair about that. I'm not going to say a guy does something he doesn't do. He does not take corporate donations from PACs and super PACs and stuff. And so when he's critical about it, at least he's being honest. He's saying this is not he doesn't believe it's a good way to run a government. And whether people agree with it or not, at least he's not saying one thing and doing another when it comes to that issue. Now, do I think he's there? Do I think that him and a lot of cohorts of his are there to burn down the government and then say, look, the government's on fire? Yeah, they are. That's literally their purpose. But does that mean that he's dishonest in his approach? No, not on that particular issue. So it's a complicated thing. But yeah, man, it's very interesting.
It's a weird time, man.
Throw Trump
in
there.
It is amazing.
Trump would be a good Speaker of the House. You talk about a fucking full fucking meltdown. Oh, I would just love it. I would just.
It would be ironic to have a guy it would be the Speaker who's literally under a gag order.
What a joke! What a joke all that is. He's exposing corruption, so the judge gags him.
Yeah.
Such a fuck. We live in the twilight zone.
A House Speaker, because you have to wrangle up 400 idiots, right? So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
so it's,
the party has a lot of loyalty to him, so I think he would actually probably quote unquote get a lot done between now and the next presidential election if you were actually. And doesn't matter if I like it or not, he would probably get a lot done. They would probably pass a lot of legislation because they do have the majority. So, again, my preference is irrelevance. So, I think it's.
I don't think he has the capacity to work with that many people.
I don't think he wants to. Can you imagine? The guy who's president, he doesn't want to be Speaker of the House. He views it as beneath. Yeah, he views it as beneath him. He would never do that.
I don't know about that.
Maybe, if he does, it'd be surprising, but I don't think he would.
Well, that's right, because you don't have to be in Congress to be a speaker.
You don't have to be in Congress to be a speaker, of course not. But it's also hard to be the speaker when you are, when you're trying. Anyway, it's a complicated story. But it sure would throw everything for a loop. Like people would be quite surprised, I think, at how things would go there.
Whole things.
It'd be very, very interesting. Those would be what they call them, historic times for sure.
We're in them now.
We're always in them, but sometimes they're more than others, right? For sure.
And 37 days or how many ever days we got, it's going to get even worse.
Yeah,
it's going to get real ugly.
But on the topic of the omnibus, right? That's what's driving all this. That's the one bill that funds the entire thing, right?
Yeah.
They won't do it because then Congress people would have to actually cast votes that could put them in precarious positions. Like, oh, you voted against that, and so they don't want to do that because they don't want to.
Of course,
it's a political class, and it's a political play to have one bill for the budget.
100%, man. 100%. That's exactly right. You read the map very well, my friend. By the way, Netflix, as Earthbeer pointed out in the public channel, primed for a move, and on the 15-minute, it's already down like 1% since open. So, just to point out, anybody who's watching, if you're in the new public channel, if you're watching on TradingView or something, just to mention that Earthbeer has been using our tools for like a couple months, maybe 2-3 months at this point, and he put in the time and effort to learn how to ask these questions, just like a bunch of other traders here have done, and he read that very, very accurately. I have to say, hats off to you, chapeau.
I didn't want to give a direction, right? But in volatility,
it's not about giving directions. It's about pointing out. It's about pointing out that it was primed for a move, and it was, and it moved.
What are we talking about? That STZ?
There's nothing wrong with giving a direction. You guys are killing me.
No, but on the public channel, you can't.
What public channel?
In the public chat channel.
The public.
Yeah, the public chat channel in Discord. It's like a live stream on a video. It's a publicly accessible area.
Right.
Giving signals is a big no-no. It doesn't matter if it's a regulated market we're talking about or not. But in this case, Netflix is traditional stocks. You cannot give direction.
If it's in general chat, it's okay.
You guys can, but I can't. Right? No founder of the Discord can do it. But it's certainly not in the public. In the private area, of course we can. But
okay, so the public chat is for everybody. The general chat is just for us.
Yes.
I get it now. So that means I can put up.
You can say whatever you want, public or private. You're just somebody who joined the Discord, right? I mean, just you know what I mean.
Like, I'm going to sue you on market.
You're not fiduciarily responsible for the community.
I'll be in the corner when you leave me.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I know.
We're not, like. The regs can't come after the members of a Discord, whether they're paid members or not, but they can come after the co-founders
by putting out a box. So wait a minute. So all these guys that have these on Twitter that are saying,
okay, they're idiots who are playing with fire, and one day probably will very likely come back to bite them in the ass.
It's all being recorded.
But But I mean, if you look at Twitter, it's nothing but signals.
Oh,
correct. And there's a bunch of idiots on Twitter who are posting things they shouldn't be posting. And if you look at what the regulators have done over the last 5-10 years, and especially with regards to traders, is they've gone after people who, once they get a little bit too big for their britches, but not quite big enough for the SEC to ignore them, they get hammered.
They play
I
the
think
slow
the
game.
ones
game.
that actually
They play the
monetize
slow
it,
game.
they don't actually give you a signal, but like the TA guys, they don't give you a signal. They'll be like, oh, look at this chart. Look at what it's doing.
Right.
They'll imply a signal, but they won't give an explicit one.
Well, a lot of them do give signals, quote unquote, on like even their YouTube channels and stuff, right? They'll
You're
be like,
allowed
"Oh, I'm buying here, I'm selling there. You should buy here,
You're
you should
allowed
sell
to
there,"
say
and
that.
they'll tell you nonsense, right?
You're
And
allowed
they
to
get
say, I'm buying here. They're allowed to say that, and SEC can't do jack shit. 'Cause I
yeah,
can
but
walk
if you
into the shop
say
and say the same thing.
this is a good price for this thing to buy, and this is a good price where you could sell it at, that's a signal, and they're not supposed to do that, and a lot of them do, and especially when they're shilling altcoins and other stocks and things like that, right? A lot of them will shill because they get paid to shill, and they don't do it in a sophisticated way. They do it, like dummies because they don't know any better, or they're just malicious, whatever. But usually it's because they're dumb.
And I think they have to, like I think the smarter ones, they also give a disclaimer like, hey, this is not financial advice.
But that doesn't mean anything.
Experience,
But that means nothing in a court of law. You can't hide behind that disclaimer. It means literally nothing to say that.
But then
you may as well say this is not how you pluck a chicken.
who's that guy that everyone shorts or like counter trades? The
Kramer.
famous guy on TV.
Kramer.
He's like a old guy.
Kramer from NBC.
Yeah, and why is he arrested?
Yeah. Why is he allowed then? I don't get it.
It's
Oh, he's
under the corporate veil of entertainment.
he's a
corporate jester, and all he does is say what GE wants him to talk about, and he doesn't actually he doesn't really give signals, but he does tell you, oh, my advice is buy, sell, or hold, right? And like so he'll tell you, things that they would otherwise be borderline, but here's the difference: he's on a broadcast network that is regulated, so his speech is regulated on that network, and there are rules in place. In what are they called? Standards and practices. The standards and practices division of the network decides what he can or cannot say. So he won't tell you the exact entry price or exit price, right? And he won't give you that indicator. But
he'll manipulate the market like a TA artist.
No, he'll do the exact opposite. He'll absolutely wreck the market because he's.
That's what I'm saying. It's like his day doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. Like people counter trade him when he says buy this or sell that, but he's not actually saying exactly where to buy or exactly. He's not giving you an actual quote unquote signal, right? He's looking at a bigger picture, like a high time frame, like a weekly or a monthly, and saying, "Oh, my opinion is, this is a value. This is a good value. You should long it here. Or this thing's too overpriced. It's due for a correction. You should be dumping it." Which you can say you should be dumping it or you should be buying it, but you shouldn't say at what price. So he doesn't say exactly at what price.
I mean, he's a financial advisor, isn't he?
What's that?
He's a financial advisor, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but exactly, and that also allows him to do it. But he doesn't say at exactly what price to do it.
Right.
Because if you are a regulated financial advisor, you are allowed to give that opinion. But still, he doesn't say exactly what price. He'll say, "I think at $19.15, this is a good value," but he won't say, "And you should long it here or you should sell it there," right? And if he does give you a you should long or you should sell, he'll stay away from the exact price that he says because he's like regulated from exactly what you said. He's a financial advisor, so therefore he's allowed to give financial advice.
Yeah.
But the reason why I also didn't give a signal is for any of the new guys, I didn't want them to think, one thing and then get wrecked either. So I'm just trying to spare them. It's more of, hey, you came in, you're new. Giving you an example on how to use the tools. Use it only the starter pack.
Right. No, but my point is, you read it very well, and I point that out to anybody else who may be watching this now or later. It was also on the public channel that it is possible to learn how to use these tools, and there was the proof of one of many that many of you guys have, all of you guys have done over and over and over again. And I like to point it out because we're certainly not giving signals, and you guys are all reading it just like we're reading it. And when when any of us spot something interesting, it is very telling about how well these tools work and how possible it is to learn how to use them and to share that knowledge with other people, and so that they can learn too. So I appreciate you sharing that. I really do.
Yeah,
and I just
that's
hope that
why I had
movies
to throw in the 4 hour.
learning this.
That's why I had to throw in the 4 hour because the 1 hour or the daily, you couldn't really get that read. But once you looked at the 4 hour, you're like, oh, that's what's going to happen. Like, I
Yeah,
knew it was coming. I didn't get into it. Netflix was expensive, and you don't get a lot of bang for the buck, even if it is big. But
yep. So there you go.
Okay.
Woo, look at that bitty. Gotta love that thing.
Boy, this thing
Mhm.
So
There
bitty.
we go, baby.
could be
Looking
running to
for a new trend
29.
now.
Freaking VEPS is amazing. On the Bitcoin, just amazing.
29K incoming. We got a wick right to the top side of the power mean band last time. 28 what? 28.6. That was the high. Yeah, man. See something real quick.
Is this the little breakout?
29.4.
here?
Man, this 5-day looks real good.
Mm-hmm.
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 4 hour. Yeah. Starting to head in the trend. Top side.
Yep.
Yeah, if you remember what I told you, Nasdaq's
Yeah.
leading it.
Can you
I
send
don't
me
know
a
if you're
picture?
watching, the Nasdaq's leading this, man.
Exciting.
I'm like 10 minutes delayed. I didn't.
Yeah, but it came down, the daily and the weekly on the Nasdaq, it just bounced right off, which is exactly the center of it. Just fighting between the range on the daily range on them. Probably the same thing in SPY too, right? Yeah, SPY's the same thing. It's just between the upper and the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask what's your current price of SPY? Up to the same
20,
Almost
29, right? 424, 423.91.
Yep. Just a tick under 424.
Okay, cool. Then I'm on SPY. Yeah, then I'm on time with you guys.
Yeah, the SPY
Daily
you should,
range.
that's not a future, so you don't have to pay for that.
Okay. I don't know, Funk. I don't know the stocks, bro. This is all about you, bro.
Yeah. SPY and triple Qs. That so the ES is off of SPY and the NQ is off of triple.
I appreciate you telling me 3 times and every second day.
That's all right. You know, times you told me shit. I've asked you the same question 40 times. What are you talking about? So, come on, bro. I barely remember yesterday, let alone. All right. Yes.
Yeah, that was actually a very clean play that we were watching. Breakdown below the daily VRE, a little bit hectic there. But watching these DLPs pull through, we did pull that upside target out of the bag from the yellow line.
Yeah.
The VRE at 42412. Now we have pretty much all we're looking at. Sure, we're looking at the same tools. We have positive drift on the indicator, which is now just turned into negative drift. So test at that VRE, failure, and you look for continuation down. It would be with this. Now we look for the test back down to trigger it. Nothing. Okay, so then if it holds above that line, we'll P an RO will mean revert with a hidden bull on the RO.
I think NASDAQ found its support. That's the thing. I think the NQs just found their support. I don't know. I'm not looking at triple Q, so let me look at that. Sometimes you got to look at the underlying asset.
And BTC is set up for a rip. I mean, these volatility ranges are set up so perfectly. And you're at the first monthly resistance. First monthly resistance right now. That's where BTC's at. Man, this thing breaks through there. I mean, obviously, the 95.4 is up here at 28.5. So we can look at that as a top for the daily. But we know how Bitcoin runs. Bitcoin loves to blow the distribution out to third standard deviations when it does its thing. Or more. Cryptocurrency is the main reason why I have five standard deviations on my chart.
When she runs, baby.
She runs hot when she runs. She definitely does.
Hello, this is ChatGPT.
Oh yeah, lay some of that good robot shit on us.
Soft. His music is like the heavens opened up and let a symphony of angels down. It is perfect, divine, and beyond compare. And one of the things that cannot compete with Mozart's music is traditional technical analysis. Yes, you heard me right. Traditional technical analysis is the greatest thing since music that utterly fails to compete with Mozart's music. Unlike the great composer's creation, traditional technical analysis is the perfect creation for investors who want to get wrecked. Traditional technical analysis is a scandalous scam that will lead you to ruin. It is like trying to use a dirty, unsubstantiated rumor about Mozart without having any sources or insights into the actual facts.
Dirty.
But don't worry, investors, there's still hope for you. You can avoid getting wrecked by traditional technical analysis by using math-based concepts like the mean, the return, mean reversion, distribution, random walks, trending moves, volatility correlated to the price action, variance, divergence of the returns and the price action, Z-score, normal distribution, Laplace distribution, and entropy. But if you're a glutton for punishment and you enjoy losing money, then traditional analysis is the perfect scam for you. You can buy cheap tickets to low quality amateurs of the magic flute and very expensive lagging indicators shown by YouTube James to remain consistently using trading.
Hang on.
And continue to provide liquidity to the other side of the winning traders who use volatility, entropy, probabilities, and statistics, also known as VEPS. Indeed, traditional technical analysis is like trying to write the symphony by ear. It is possible, but it is very difficult, and the results are rarely good. So what are you waiting for? Join the Alpha Trading Discord today and learn how to trade like a winner for free. Don't be a sucker for technical analysis or those delectable chocolate Venus sweets
Great through what?
to devour. But hey, if you're really determined to get wrecked, then technical traditional analysis is the way to go. It's the perfect scam for the discerning investor and the uneducated patron of the arts who enjoy losing money in a sophisticated way. Alpha trading. Trade. Winner.
Are you done doing it right?
What are you? Huh? What? Huh? YouTube James. I like it. YouTube James.
YouTube James.
Oh my God. That's about all I caught out of it. No, I'm just kidding. YouTube James. Love it.
African, read your DM.
Mozart.
Can't watch the screen and read the DMs. Actually, I'll load it up on my computer.
Do I have the right screen up?
I'm watching Cone, and it will be a reline.
Yeah, okay. Is that the one you want?
Whichever one, bro. I will just load the inbox on another computer, so then I can watch it.
Oil. Good oil's destruction.
So that's right off the opening.
Ooh, just blasted down through that monthly and weekly.
This is
man. Where is oral?
This is cool. If it holds above the pink, it's continuation up. If it closes below the pink, it's closes below the yellow, it's continuation down. If it holds above the yellow, it's continuation up.
Is that another one down there?
It's like a long term hidden bull diff. What you're trying to see form here, or a low length bear diff.
There's the first up under there. Yep, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, oil's almost at the bottom of its weekly range. Right here at about 80, 81.
More than likely out.
81. Wow. Oil's doing the number. God dang, boy. Tight ranges too. Tight weekly, tight monthly. Got the daily down here.
So it's going.
Boy, this weekly range is going to drop under the monthly on the close here tomorrow. Indeed it will. Let me see something. Let's pull the whole week in. Oh, yeah, for sure. For freaking sure. Where's that weekly? There it is. Weekly range. Yeah, man, I kind of rejected right from it. Goodness. Oil did not like the weekly range, and boy, it dumped out. Then it rejected off the monthly.
White cross.
Yeah, that was the high up there, right around 91, 92.
That's a fast drop, man, on that.
Oh, big
That
time.
oil, I can't believe it fell that
There's a
high.
fish. They're fishing now. They get it above that white line. It's back to yellow quick.
Yeah, big time. Let's see.
And I kind of put two and two together yesterday. I think it was like last week where I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to short Valero or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it was running up because oil was running up, right? But then you go in and you look at what oil is doing. Oil is just off the charts, right? As of last week, and this week it's mean reverting. So all those energy stocks are just.
Oh, that's what BLO was. I saw your post. That's Valero. Okay, I saw your post when you posted that. That would have been a nice show, dude. Look at that. When did you post that? It had to be what, 150, 140?
Oh, there you go.
I pretty much caught it at the top. I didn't know it was the top because I didn't look at oil, but I didn't. Well, I looked at oil. I just didn't correlate. Oh, this is probably pegged right to oil.
Dude, it's down $20. It's down $20.
Bottom of the weekly.
Wow.
Bottom of the weekly is that reverse wave trend on the 5-day. Just tested the 9 log MA. Rejection off of the reverse Fisher. Yeah.
This is funny as
UPM doing
I'd actually used this the oil in actually work, right? I'd actually use the VEPS for work because not to go into too much detail, but there's some logistics things that I have to sometimes deal with, and I'm like, you know what? Last week I'm like, you know what? Give oil like 2 weeks, and it'll be down in the $80 range, and none of this is going to be an issue. Sure enough, look at where we are now.
That's cool.
The trade is when the white breaks the gray.
Yeah, on the 2-day, it just tapped a 33 log MA. Yeah, and we're trying not to confuse the listeners, Stu. If you guys are running another chart or something talking about it, let's try not.
Yeah, that's what I don't want to.
Try not to do
yeah,
that.
I agree. I don't want to confuse anybody either. That's why I'm typing to them.
Yeah, you got people looking at this chart, and then you're talking about something else, and it gets them confused, man.
Got it. No, we're cool.
Totally they have enough trouble keeping up with the VEPS, let alone running two freaking. Let me see here.
No, we won't do this. Sorry, Bob.
No, you're fine.
I can stream it. It's fine. That's fine. That's no big deal. Yeah, I don't want to.
Well, this must have just hit the daily wave trend. Let's see here. Oh, I just pulled it up. It did, didn't it? Come on, populate. Yeah, below it. Oof, ugly, ugly, ugly. So it was going to hit the 2-day. Probably, man. The bottom of the weekly range for oil, or the bulls up front around the bottom there. I mean, it got close, got real close. But on the daily, you got all kinds of areas down here. There it pretty much is. The 99 log MA is reverse wave trend on like the 2-day. 8057, pretty sure. No, it was the 3-day. Where you at? Count. Oh, 2 days going to populate real fast. 3 days not. What you doing, Grandma? Yep, there it is. 80.5. Come here, girl. Go outside. Come on. Go find your brother. What's he doing? It's starting to rain. Starting to rain a little bit. Yeah, so oil. I'm looking for. We're just mean reverting, man. Pretty much. You can pull it up here too. Let's even get a better look. First, go to 5-day. Oh shit!
And we'll notice that all the news stories about $100 oil have gone away too, right?
What? No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this thing was way up there, wasn't it? Oh yeah, you were above the 3SD. Jesus, really, man? That thing got that out of control. Whoop, wrong one. No, what am I seeing? So you're up there by the 2SD on that one. No, you're just dipping down. That's the second deviation band. All right. Literally on the 5-day, just did a 1SD, 2SD move. 2SD move on this 5-day candle. Pretty strong. So 2SD, 95.4. I mean, oil could have found its low here. Definitely did it. That's a pretty powerful move for oil. 5-day candle. Look at the 3-day. Ooh, got a little target down here, huh? 76 and a quarter. There's the 30 power mean. 78. Wow. Maybe it hasn't found its low. See something here though. You're at the first deviation band and the right around the second on the other one. Let's see the daily. How's this shaping up? Not good, man. Not freaking good. A low length cross down, yeah. Yeah, the 30 cross down. Boy, especially this 11 length come down and cross up everything. You already got the 30 below the 30 power mean. If this cross up, yeah, man, maybe oil's really going to take a slide here. Really going to take a slide. Some of these macros, like I said, 80.5 on the 3-day. Let me look at this 21-day. Hello. We all remember that, right? Who was ballsy enough to buy oil down there? Do y'all remember this? That was wild as shit. I was watching that live going, what the?
Where can I buy?
Jesus. So, yeah, man, this thing, 21-day. We had that pullback here to what, 60, 64? Popped almost to the top side of that power mean band again. So now we got wave trend down at 73, almost 74. 74. That is interesting. It's down there. Bottom side of the power mean band on the 5-day. Yeah, I'll be watching these macro time frames. This thing could dip down into there. Sure could. Yeah, dollar's messing around. Dollar is messing. Yeah, this market's a train wreck, to be honest. When When is the chaos? There's going to be a lot of it.
Can I please ask the dots on this 5-day that trimmed off this WTI crude pump? Is that a hull?
This is the reverse Fisher.
Oh, it's the reverse Fisher. Okay, sick. Then I'm going to change mine to that as well. I have the hull, but it sometimes hits, sometimes doesn't. This one looks like it works.
Yeah, I use the log MAs, reverse Fisher, reverse wave trend, power mean band. It's always done me true, at least since we've had it.
Okay. Yeah, power mean, Jurek, power mean.
Yeah, because those are the only thing I really use any other types of moving averages for. Obviously, the prediction model, but what it's using, it's using pretty good moving averages. Let me see here. But yeah, the Fisher, you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Oil was out of control. Reverse Fisher just slapped it. So get out of here. Get out of here if you're $90 oil. Oral. Beverly Hillbillies. What we doing? Expanding negatively correlated. This is a 5-day. I mean, you got the 2400 dose starting to expand, and it's starting to go positive. Random walk. The trend was at the top side. This prediction model doesn't break, and it goes all the way back up in there and then drops into a trend to the downside like it already is on these lower time frames. Lower. We're on a daily? Yeah. Huh. Very interesting.
BTC go wee.
BTC good. BTC. All right. Get back over here on SPY. Boy, you're trying, aren't you? You're just in trouble. Let's take a quick peeky poo here. Yeah, I mean, you got just a daily chart on SPY. We need some things retested, though, man. Listen, I mean, you're so far out of bounds here. What you want? You want in now? Come on. Did you do your business? Hey, Sock. What are you doing? You muddy fuck. Jesus. What time is it? 10:15?
Like soy scoop.
Crazy dog. Dog is covered in mud. Great. Hasn't even started raining really yet, and he's covered in mud. Better get him on a leash. Oh, he disappeared. He's got his snout up in the air. He smells something. Great. He was a little social butterfly yesterday, I guess. I mean, I got texts from 3 different neighbors. He's over here. He's enjoyable. We love him. Thank God I got cool neighbors, man. You got a big ass dog like that just roaming the neighborhood. Yeah, the neighborhood consists of about 5 people, so it's all right, I guess. 435, 434. But I mean, look at the 4 hour. I mean, you're just rejecting off the bottom side of the power mean, man. What is the rest of today and tomorrow going to hold for old SPY? I'm thinking SPY or Dixie's going to retest that freaking weekly. It's not too far down, right? It's about a half a point. That's kind of what I said in the beginning of the week, too. Put this back on Dixie. Hold on. We could just be bouncing around that weekly. Let me see here. What you did, right? It come on. Come on. Come on. Pull it in. Pull it in. Pull it in. Pull it in. There we go. I mean, literally, right? Day one, come down, bounce off the center of the weekly, rip it. Right? I mean, hell, what was that at? I was down here. Or Dixie was down there, what, 106.043. Rip through that tight weekly range. It is a no-brainer for this thing to come back down. I even remember saying that. Wouldn't be a bit surprised to see this thing right back at the weekly range. That's just tight, man. Is this thing trending all over the place? Yeah. Yeah, man. It's been good days. A little tough, but yeah, good. So buy tomorrow, or is this baby going to come down and test today? Or let's say, what about this 4 hour candle? Boy, it'd have to make one hell of a run. I mean, you're down here. I mean, it can do it easily. 95 for Laplace. Easy move for a very volatile little dollar. If it does that, SPY will probably go up and test that weekly. But right now, just hovering around up above this 1 SD. Yeah, I mean, SPY's trying a little bit. It is having issues with this daily range. I mean, it's in it pretty much since the open. Sent a wick up to the top side of the 68.3. Just sent a wick. I mean, we haven't closed a candle outside the 68.3 yet. Just ranging. Literally, first 2 15-minute candles, wick to the top side, wick to the bottom side. Shorted the bottom side a little bit, pulled up, but then sent a wick right through the bottom of the daily, the 68.3. Almost to the weekly support right there. Almost. Now here we are. Here we are. Whoa. Chart gone wild. There you go. Man, oh man, oh man. We got to get this figured out. Dragging ass. Yeah. I could definitely see that. Because it was exactly the opposite, right? I mean, SPY runs to the bottom side of its weekly. Now it's trekking up to get back up on it. Gold. We don't even need to bring gold into the equation. It's just wrecked beyond belief. Wrecked beyond belief. It won the shit coin of the week award for sure. Goodness gracious, man. All right. Let's SPY here. Let's go down.
This week has been kind of boring. I don't want to say boring, but I'm having like sort of a scale issue with the new monitor, right? Because I'm putting more than one tab on a screen, right? So,
right.
But it feels like everything's just sideways, right? So it's just like you just got to pick your daily highs and lows. There's no real trending moves on SPY. It's just been kind of boring.
Boom.
And just chug a lug.
Let's see here. It's a 90-minute, 4 hour. 4 hour. 4 hour. Go over here on the 15. And I'm just like, It depends on what time frame you're looking at, man. Depends on what time frame you're looking at. I mean, there's 15-minute. I mean, there's trend every day on the 15, whether it be top side, bottom side. It's there. You go to low time frames where, that's where at least where I will be trading intraday. Look at the 9-minute.
Yeah, like I said, I had a scale problem because $3 looks like $1, right? So,
Right.
but I mean the moves are there, but it's just like there's not like. So I had the one big down day, but otherwise it's like, oh, this is gonna go a little up, down, sideways, and you just got to pick a high, low, make sure you know where to get out.
Yeah, these low time frames, man, they're trend galore. See here on the 6-minute. Oh yeah, deep one right there to the downside. Zip, 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 zip. That's why we love. That's why it's makes it a lot easier if you're out there in a traditional TA land to know when the market's trending. Now the prediction model is going to break a lot more, but not in very rarely in the middle of the trend. Yeah, I mean I've only seen it happen a couple times. Especially you get in on those trendy moves, powerful. Especially when it's linking up with the volatility, which it's always gonna usually. Let's see. What are you doing? S&P, boy, you're chime. You wear a chime. Got to close a candle up here above here. And it's sinking around to the top of the power mean band. Where is that? 124 3/4. Yeah, top side again. Not even the top side. Yeah, it's got some moving to do. Let me look at the 15-minute. Boy, oh boy. Trying to. I mean, you lucky. You got this. You got the reverse Fisher down here, catching these wicks, pushing it up. I mean, this is a tight little range right now. Tight little range, but the power mean band is flipping bullish. You're heading into a random walk. This thing trends to the top side on the 15. Yeah, see some action. We will see some action. I uncluttered my desk, spread my monitors out. It's amazing how much room I actually have. But now I'm looking a little farther. It's okay though; they're big monitors. Had to get back away from all this shit, man. It's frying my eye. Frying my eye. Only got one. I can't fry it. Let me see here.
Have you got yellow glasses? I know it sounds silly, but given that you would want to protect your asset there, why don't you get some of those?
I got the setting on my Macs and my monitors for, you know what I mean?
Cool.
It's like takes out all the blue light. Stuff, yeah. Takes out all the blue light. Makes it real warm.
Yeah, I also run that.
Yep. Makes it warm. But that's the thing, man. When you only have one, it's just working overtime. Most cases, it doesn't end up very well for the participant. But
does it ever get like tired? Like, can you actually feel it like moving slower, like the eye tracking? Like if you look to the left and the right after it's at 12 hours staring at the chart.
Not so much that, but
go hazy.
Yeah, man. I've got some floaters too. It's a train wreck right now. So those floaters bug the shit out of me. So when it does start to get tired, that's when the floaters really get active.
I observe that as well. I actually never noticed that, but I get hazy.
I've had one just center up and lock in, and I'm just like, because you blink and they'll, and it was that blink, nope, and I'm like, no, we can't talk. This is not your resting place. You need to move along.
Not today.
It's like looking through a cloud. It's like, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. How am I going to go out and run the scat pack through its gears, man?
I'm starting potholes here for no reason, man.
Good Lord. But yeah, when I was on that scalping mission, it definitely was bugging me then. That's why I really took some time off. I was like, okay, boy, you don't like that. But I was on I was in front of the monitors 8-10 hours a day. On fire though, man. on fire. Trading on all kinds of fun exchanges, allegedly. I won't mention which ones. But it's okay. I live at the center of the earth. We have no regulations where I live. You do whatever you want. Whatever you want. Yeah, man, this is... So you're beating your head up against the 9 log MA, 33 log MA. You got Fisher, wave trends. Things just in a boggled mess right here. Not moving at all. I mean, yeah. Yesterday you got the pump. Boom. Up above the 99 log MA. And that thing just gave it up. Pre-market. Of course you're going to pull back inside that. That's one you usually... look at the rejections up there on the 9. Or, on the 99. Wham, wham, wham. Back up at it, pulls back again. Is what you want. You want this power mean band. It's already crossing up through wave trend and Fisher. You get it up through the 99, which the only way that's going to happen, you got to get this data set up here. It's got to stay up here. Maybe get a nice pump over the next couple hours, maybe 12:30, 1 o'clock, 4-hour close. 4-hour close, this could be totally flipped around. Easily. How many candles is that? Yeah, man. Plenty. 12. Yeah, this whole thing could just move right through the 99. And afternoon sesh, this thing could pop. Here's the weekly, right? 427, am I correct? I think so. Yeah, 427 and a quarter about. Tight. It's a total magnet. As we saw day one. The last candle of Friday last week closed right at the center of the new weekly. And then day one, right? You go up, you reject off the center of the daily range, come down pretty much daily support level, right? Tried to pop it back in, but by the end of the day, it rips right back up, closes in that tight range. That's just ridiculous. Like remember Earth Bear said day one, the math has got to be pretty correct for that to happen, which it is. So there you go. Is it going to wait till tomorrow to get up here? They're just going to slow play everybody? We'll see. Dixie needs to fall out of bed. It's definitely weak. Weaker than it has been. Rejecting off this daily range. And that 95.4 to the downside is right at that weekly. This is definitely a target for today. If this thing, it needs to close some candles below the 1 SD. But here's the 95.4 on the 4-hour. That's literally closing in 31 minutes. And then the 95.4, hell, if it closes down around here, first standard deviation is going to be at the weekly range. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if it dropped immediately. As soon as you get a new 4-hour candle. Those probabilities, wash your hands of them. You get a new set. The algos are like, let's go. Nice. I like the cool weather, though. The heat was getting to me. Like the cool weather. There's nothing like heat and humidity. And I am on a humidity pod. Let's just call it that. All the humidity just rises up to where really all the structures are on the property. Then you got literally like 80-foot drop-offs in the ravines on both sides that stay humid as shit and all that. When it gets hot, man, it's just, I'm in a canopy of just fog. It's crazy. Where you drive off the property, it's like, oh, the sun's out? What the hell? Oh, what are you going to do? If I'm ranting about weather and shit, I'm bored. Let's see here. What do we got?
You can look at PepsiCo. They've fallen off the map.
PepsiCo. Let's see. Yikes. Huh.
As you can see, it appears that we are going down.
And,
Wow.
Their earnings
all the
earnings next week too, so this might be building some div, you know.
all the Coke
for
drinkers
potential plan.
shorted Pepsi.
Yo, guys, can I quickly say this with Pepsi? It's about one of the only stocks that me living in Africa would actually like genuinely buy. Obviously, that and Coca-Cola. But why I choose Pepsi is because Coca-Cola has Africa under its wraps, but Pepsi's advertising, oh my word, they are shitting money out of the bank advertising in Africa, trying to take on Coca-Cola. So as soon as they flip Africa from Coca-Cola to Pepsi, this stock is going to go through the roof. Like it's going to be a genuine, I personally believe it's going to be a good stock to hold for a long time. This is just me living in Africa. So whenever it does eventually mean revert, I'm really looking to get into some Pepsi. It's a bit expensive for me up here, to be brutally honest. For how long I want to hold it for, 10 years or something.
What African warlord is trying to say is that in about 3 years' time, Zimbabwe is going to be overrun with Taco Bells.
Pretty much, bro. Right?
Pretty much.
So when these companies start heading into Africa, good idea. But I really truly believe that Pepsi is going to take over Africa. Like Coke's had its time, it's not tasting the same, and people are just changing products. So they're changing preference, and they're changing preference to Pepsi. So I think after a good retrace from these hundreds, it does have a good longevity to break up into these regions in the next 10 years. Anyway, sorry for interrupting there. But if you carry on, Boba, I'm sorry for interrupting you, bro.
Stop drinking that crap.
Yeah, I only drink Pepsi Max.
Now let's see. I don't know. The chart bugs are letting us know it's poison. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Maybe everybody's finding out. Let's get rid of that. Damn you, chart. Let's see. Yeah, let's check it out, man.
So it's not it didn't have a similar setup to Netflix, but it was very close. I mean, if you looked at it pre-market, you knew
that was ugly as it gets.
So just pimping the volatility starter pack yet again.
Wow. Yeah, daily candle's a train wreck. Rejection off reverse wave trend. After it was outside the power mean band and top side, made a run there. Boom, boom. Finally hit it. And wow. The Coke bears, literally, right? The commercials. The Coke bears are sitting right there at the reverse wave trend. They were like, screw you, Pepsi. You're going to the dirt. You are going to the dirt.
Also, I think Pepsi is very tied into China's economy. So if you look at like the SPY equivalent on China, right? That probably correlates very heavily to this crash that you're basically seeing too. Because China's economy is just in a toilet, right? So.
Yeah, take the CCP with it. Never mind. Let's see here. Let's take a peek. Yeah, look at this volatility, man. Holy shit. Yeehaw! Expansion, negatively correlated, trending, breaking through the 2SD band on a mission to just wreck. All right. 5 day.
That might make a good earnings play, though, with mean reversion, right? It's not just mean reversion that you got to look at. There's a lot of different reads. And they're not all of them are very clear, but it's now kind of outside, the normal bound. So
it's setting up bull div.
It deserves some consideration going into next week.
I mean, Fisher was holding this thing up for a while. Popping out look at that. You popping outside the top of the band, coming back in, testing wave trend, testing Fisher, popping outside again, wave trend, Fisher, popping outside again, wave trend, Fisher. This time, breaking below everything. But there's bull div setting up. Not on the high length Z score, and this thing is trending hard on the 5 day to the downside. Jeez. Ouch. Trend. Oof. Z score's definitely got some bull div building. Ouch. Get down there on the 2 day and it's just ugly. See the daily? Yeah, that daily definitely has some. 4 hour. Come on, you. Nice big stinky outlier rejection off the bottom side of the power mean band, the 9 log MA. Top side right here was the 99 log MA. Wow. Yeah, and winter earnings coming in what day? Tuesday. Tuesday in the morning. So if you're going to get into play, Monday by close. Interesting.
You know, and I bet somebody out there, you know, this isn't to bag on anybody, but I bet somebody out there is holding Pepsi stock and Pepsi options, right? And they're rifling through the news to see what happened. They're not going to find it, right? It's because it's just that. That's the only thing that actually happened to this.
You got to wave trend test.
They'll wait for some narrative to come out to comfort them.
So what if this thing comes down and tests this wave trend at like 158.84 on the 21 day? I mean, it's heading that way. I mean, you're breaking below the 33 log MA. Got 99 and the reverse Fisher down here at 130, 136. Yeah, this could get interesting during this earnings play, especially if it's down here. If it's down here at the wave trend on the 21 day. If you can get the direction right, if you're right at wave trend, wow, we're talking the earnings play could be top side of the power mean band at 185 or 136 at the Fisher. It's going to have to get a good direction. And right now, there is no bull div on the 21 day at all, anywhere. You're at the 95% confidence interval on the low length Z-score, not even at the 90 on the 30. And this move has been random. It's starting to drop in a trend right now. Really? Dead bands? You're not going to populate? Jesus. God, if it's not the UPM, it's the dead bands. Really? I need those. Give me a second. Let's see where this is at. Come on. Oof. Goodness gracious, man. Yeah. Who's it? 2SD 156. 156. I mean, it's a little bit below that wave trend. A little bit below. What was that 156? Something was. I remember that 156. I'm not going to find it over here, though, am I? Yeah. Ouchie, ouchie, Pepsi. I don't drink the crap. Which, yeah, I didn't really realize that about China. A lot of people drinking Pepsi. That's why their teeth are all fucked up.
Well, Pepsi's
They have a lot of other products, not just, yeah.
They have all those fast food joints, and they got chips.
Yeah.
So it's like luxury items that, you know, like if you're a Chinese person, well, their economy is up on the upswing. They might have more disposable income, right? But as soon as that economy pulled back, I bet they didn't have enough money to afford these sort of things. So.
Ugly. This thing's at a 3SD right now on the daily. And not like it's been just like a slow burn. I mean, you got to bounce off the 95.4. All right. Sucked it up to the second support level. Yeah, not so much support anymore, is it? God, man. Thing's pretty wrecked. Pretty wrecked. 99.7 Laplace is down here at 162 area. But, I mean, we're talking right now you're at the 3SD. Wow. I mean, that's the 99.7 when it comes to normal distribution. This is why we use Laplace distribution. This is definitely why the algos like it. Takes these volatile moves and puts it in perspective. You need those big fat tails. Who doesn't need a big fat tail?
And it's so good deep into trend, even on the higher time frames, you know, in intraday, that even if it's at that 3SD, I would advise getting into any position on this one, because that trend is going to have to break before this starts to kind of go up.
Boy, this is just disgusting too, man. You go on the 15-minute. Yeah, this is blown out like crazy. And then you got variance coming down positively correlated after an outlier to the downside. No bull div at all on these low time frames. Look at the trend. Jesus. Strong trend. Strong trend. Trend is strong with this one. Let's pull this into perspective here. Shit, Pepsi. You're shitting the bed, son. You are shitting the bed. Last real strong. It was to the top side. Right back over here. Zip. Yeah, spread this back out. Noise. We like noise. Damn, man. Wow. What did I do? Combine my indicators? That is just gross. What did I do? You silly man. I forget how to do this. How the hell do you separate these? Drag and drop them together. Yikes!
You gotta,
Hit Control Z. Control Z.
Control Z. Where's my
Yeah.
control? Control Z. And nothing.
And try it again, and again, and again.
yeah, do it so it goes back to where you were.
It's just the undo function.
Yeah, what's not undoing the indicators? Let's see. Oops. Give me a break, man. Come on, man. Saying you're doing that. No, it's not going to do it. Let me see here. Collapse, maximize, move pane up. Oh boy, that failed miserably.
Just close the tab and just reopen it.
No, I've got my save on. Wherever this chart's at, it's going to save it. I got to, let me move that back down. There we go. Move to new pane above. There we go. This took me a minute to remember. We're back. Let's see. Man, look at the 15-minute chart. God, Pepsi's wrecked, man. Pepsi is wrecked. Everybody's finding out. Those sodas are pretty bad for you. If I drink a Coke, we got a little bodega by one of the pizza shops. I go there. I get the, got the cane sugar in it. I'll drink that, man.
Nice.
I don't touch the freaking regular shit. It's got the high fructose and all that poison.
Yeah, we have that. We have that's the Coca-Cola we drink, the cane sugar here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's mostly in America. Europe.
Yeah,
they're trying to poison everybody.
What is it?
Corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, boy, it's dirty. Dirty, nasty shit. White flour. Enriched white flour. High fructose corn syrup. Hydrogenated oils. All the shit that's literally in everything in the grocery store. If you're eating out of a bag or a box or something like that, you are poisoning yourself straight up. But, hey, man. Guess that's what humans do. You get a kick out of it, I guess. Get a kick out of it. My diet's pretty simple. Fruits, vegetables, red meat 3 days a week or something. Cheese pizzas. Cheese. Yeah, Pepsi's got no end in sight here, man. This thing is just ripping down. That's why when it gets like this, and you're over here, man. All right, you're on the VRE. You're looking at the probabilities. I mean, it's going to be, there's a 99.7% chance it doesn't close below where it's at right now. So there's still a 0.03% chance when it comes to normal distribution. You get down here to the 99.7 Laplace, you're closer to the 4th standard deviation. Look, on this 4-hour candle, that's literally got, 2 hours and 15 minutes left? This thing, it's at the 4th standard deviation during the 4-hour candle. I mean, that's a 99.9999 percentile range. Such a slow probability for it to close below that. But it has happened before. And you get some massive sell-offs going on, which this is just, I mean, how long was this thing just booking along sideways? It's all normal. Everything's good in PepsiCo land. At least this week. And then just whammo. And here's the funny thing, man. Dude, this weekly range isn't even tested. Pepsi's weekly range isn't even tested. This could be a good topside earnings play, to be honest, man. Let's see where this
That'd be a
thing
huge
closes.
earnings play.
Let's see where it
That'd be a-
closes Friday.
I mean, that would just be a huge earnings play, right? On that, I mean, I haven't looked at the deltas, but what,
It's
15-point move?
It depends on where it closes. I mean, if you close at the bottom of the weekly down here at like 160, and then you have an untested weekly range at 170, I mean, it could easily be a 10-point move to the top side. How much is Pepsi right now? 170. Let me see something real quick. Take a peek at you, Pepsi. On when was that? Earnings play? Was that Tuesday morning? Yes. Tuesday morning.
I'm just trying to put it also just mentally, just kind of talk this out, right? So all the volatility expanded on all the higher time frames, right? So you're probably not going to get that volatility expansion in the earnings play either to read any correlation, right? So
170 calls. 170 calls. Next, because it's only Pepsi's only got weekly expirations. 58 cents. 58 cents for some 170s. And if that thing pops, it'd be a bad play. Might not be a bad play. I'm gonna have to remember that for tomorrow. Make a note and look at it Monday. That's what I really want to see, what it does Monday. What's it going to do? Because this is, wow, man. Wow. Because it has literally been down. Let me see here. Back up on a daily. Yeah, this thing's been bleeding out. And there is bull div setting up, but man, it's like there's no end in sight here. This thing could just dump out. What's up there? 178. What's the bottom side of the power mean band? A little above 170, but that's on the daily. Yeah, this will get real interesting tomorrow. Tomorrow might be the time to get in on it, to be honest, because Monday it could just get rowdy. Might get some good. There's nothing.
The option will tick over the weekend, right? So it'll be like you're losing 2 days. So you'll lose premium on those 2 days despite them not being a trading day. So
Yeah. It might even be better for next week just to capture a range. That is interesting. So what am I on? I'm on the October 13th expiration. That is next for a week from tomorrow. Say we were going to throw Condor on. I'm going to go up here. 170. Bottom side's already set. I have 60-cent probability of profit. It's really not that bad. Put 157 on the line, $92 profit. When you throw in on 10 of those, not bad. I mean, you're going to obviously it's going to be $1,500 in buying power, but for $1,000 profit and a 60% probability of profit, you got about almost a 60% of getting half of that. But here's the problem. It's hard to define the bottom of that trade because there's nothing. Literally, there's nothing down there. That's why we almost need a new weekly range. So it'd have to be on Monday. That might be the play. Wait, let's see what happens on Monday. Then we'll be able to define the bottom of that range because the top side's not going to be too hard, especially if you're going to use the wave trend on the daily.
I think the bottom is going to be probably the bottom of the monthly volatility, which would be about 150-ish.
Yeah, you got down here 159 is the second support, and then we say 150. There's the bottom one. Yep, there it is, 150. I think, man, the fact it's even on the board. Yeah, if you wanted to play this real safe, boom. Let's see. That's where I would buy it, and then 172 the top side. Yeah, that's not good. I mean, you got a massive probability profit at 81%, but just for one contract, $207 buying power for a $43 profit. Oh, yeah, it's raining now. Vents are shutting. The auto vents. What time is it? Yeah, we're about to wrap up anyway. Damn it. The dog is nowhere to be found. Oh, well, he was already muddy. Maybe the rain will wash him off. He is a big ass dog, though. When he's soaking wet, it is a train wreck. Talk about a train wreck. Yeah, I mean, literally, you could. I would feel more. 159. Yeah, that's better, man. It was better the first time. I would sell the 160 put. And you're buying the one. They got the 157.5. And then we're back to where we were, square one. That's the trade right there. That's a trade. And it's defined risk, right? So that's probably what I do. But like I said, Monday, we're going to have to see. I'm going to see what this weekly range does. Plus, you never know. Tomorrow, man. Because
I mean,
you're
even
below
if
the
let's
3
say
SD.
Monday, a mean reverts to that nearest power mean. Let's just say 170, just for sake of argument, right? Mean reverts there, right? You're gonna get a bunch more premium because that is not that happens. I think on a Tuesday, right? So you have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that'd be premium stacked on because it would be basically in the money before the weekend, right? So
Let me see here. Man, when it comes to deviation bands, this thing on the daily, boy, it's got time. It definitely can run. You're at the 2 SD almost on both. Whew. Opened up right at that, and it just sold off. Sold off. And once again, where's the 30 power mean? 176. Man, I'm sitting here doing the pee dance in my chair. I'm glad the stream's almost over. I don't want to cut away, so I'm waiting. So I'm just going to sit here and let's look at the 21 day. Oh, yeah, that's a mess, right? Yeah, if you're watching on TradingView, you got to understand what you're looking at, or you're going to be lost in this bad boy. Because I got two different ones. That makes it a little clearer. You're below the 2 SD. You're below the 30 power mean on the 21 day. Oh, my. That's not good. Look, Pepsi's been above it for quite some time, man. We're talking, there's the COVID dump. This thing's been slowly just churning. I mean, you closed that 21 day below it, but man, that thing ran what? Almost a 3 SD. Almost a 3 SD to the top side after you literally blew the distribution out. There was the 3 SD. There was a 99.7 Laplace. I mean, this thing ran probably about 8 standard deviations of the downside. Almost closed up above the 30. Checked up on it here. Other than that, you're just, wow, man. This is not good. Not good for Pepsi. But then again, it gives you, where's that 30 power mean? 170. Imagine that. Imagine that. Good spot for the top of that range. Yeah, let's cut this off. 6 minutes short here. Guys, thanks for all the support in the Discord. And if you're watching on TradingView, guys, for the people in the Discord and for you guys, this stream is for you. You come in here, ask any question. If you join the Discord, you can come right into the live stream. You know, be in the stream, ask questions. At least ask them in the chat on TradingView. We're not a signals channel. We're a helper channel. Try to get you away from that traditional TA. Get you onto the VEPS. It's powerful. Very powerful. All right? So we're here for you, man. We got a free chart for you. Hit the link. The link to the Discord's in the description. Open up a support ticket. Even if you're a little confused, open a support ticket. Okay, I'm here. What do I do now? And we're going to lead you right to it, right? Because we're going to give you a free volatility starter pack. The educational channels that go along with those indicators get you on your path to volatility trading. So yeah, markets, interesting right now. Pepsi's winning the shit stock of the day award for sure. Maybe week. There's just massive sell-off right now, right before earnings on Tuesday morning. It's going to be wild. Whoever gets that earnings play right, I think it's going to be very profitable. Hard pressed to see this thing's going to go to the downside. But I don't know, man. We will shortly see. That's what you got to love about the markets. So yeah, let's end it there. Yeah, is that it? I think so. Got the sharks in the water. Let's go, baby. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be here or be square. Don't be a Absolutely. Wherever you live out on this big, beautiful blue marble. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. Peace, guys. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Be here.